Hi, this is the test management web application. My name is Abraham Gutierrez.
I'm Oluwatosin Ometeru.
I'm Simran Magadala.
So over the course of this presentation, we'll be going over our project. We'll have the problem statement, the solution station, the biggest challenge, the biggest highlights, the technologies and how it was built, the future development, and a link to our repos at the end of the presentation.
So our problem statement is that we decided to create this application because these days managing tasks can be difficult for people these days, and people lose track of time and miss due dates for important tasks. And we want to make sure that this application is good for users to use so that they can complete their tasks successfully and use this application correctly for managing their time. The solution statement is that our application will use an API, front end, and back end, and all of these will work together so that the user can access this application. The front end is where the user can register or log in to access their tasks, and the back end will hold all of the user's information and JWT. And once a user is able to log in, they can sort out the task, delete a task, write out a new task, or just update an existing task. One of our biggest challenges was when the application would start at the homepage, and at the homepage it would already be logged in. But a solution to this would be that a user can log out. And then when opening the task management, one of the deployments shows that it fails to fetch tasks.
So one of our biggest highlights was implementing a task update functionality. So we ensured that users could seamlessly update their task details like the title, description, and due date. Another major accomplishment was the connection between our MongoDB and our API, which supports full CRUD operations. So create new users and tasks, read existing tasks and user info, update task details, and delete tasks. So how our API was built, the front end is built using React. We styled it using a app.css file. There's also a test file called app.test.js set up for testing the main component rendering. The backend is powered by Express, which has features like the sign up and sign in routes, which are secured using JWT authentication. User data, which includes username, email, password, and creation date, and task data, which includes the title, description, and the due date. So overall, the technologies that we use for the user interface, like I mentioned before, we use React, React Router, and Tailwind CSS. For the API, we did Node.js, JavaScript, JSON. The database was hosted using MongoDB, and the development tools were Visual Studio Code, the React app, and NPM.
So now I want to go over a little bit about the features in our application, starting with the test management tabs, where we have a side tab that has the users, where the users are able to see the status of their tasks. The sidebar can be easily organized by showing tasks which are completed, incomplete, in progress, and then all tasks altogether. We have the user sign up and the user sign in. So once a user enters their login credentials, they're able to access their tasks, and the sign up where if someone is new to the application, they'll be able to create an account by adding their username, entering their email, or and creating a password. The next is a dashboard where it shows all the tasks that the user has created. So after logging in, the user is able to see all their tasks in the dashboard. And as mentioned before, they're able to organize their tasks based on their status. The user can also delete their tasks, update and change their status, and the user can make new tasks from the dashboard. So when it comes to creating a new task, when the user creates a task, they press the plus button. This opens up a menu where the user can input a title, a description, a date, and a status before submitting. And this menu is also used when updating a task. Now, I want to show you guys a little demo here. So right here we have the login, where if the user, for example, you could put in a username and a Gmail account and a password. the user is able to log in. And from here, the user can either click the Add Task button or the button on the side here. For example, we put in the title. You say that you have a homework assignment due for the API class, and that's due May the 5th. So you have a homework assignment due on May the 5th, or homework assignment 5, for example. And you have May, you could put the date, May 5th. And we could also change the status right here from in progress, complete, and incomplete. It could be whatever you want right now. You can always change it later. So we can put incomplete now. And as you keep on going and progressing your task, you can always change it to in progress or complete. And when you click on one of the sidebars, it organizes based on the task, the status of the task. So if I put incomplete, it shows up in incomplete. If I put in progress, it shows up in task in progress. And I'm also allowed to delete whenever I want, but I'm also allowed to add as a task as well from right here, where we can change the details of the assignment if I wanted to. So if I need to deliver this project earlier, then I could put May 1st and update the task and delete. So for any future development, um, what we want to have next is an important task and low priority tasks where the people can mark which tasks and are time sensitive and what needs to be completed immediately and what tasks can be done later. And the next will be on the visuals, so specifically for weekly and monthly progression. So we want to have like a calendar system where the user can keep track of all their tasks throughout the month and the week and daily as well. And next is the flag miss tasks, where if the user missed any task, there will be the user will be able to flag them so that they can mark it as important or so that they know what needs to be done later. And the next will be a multi-platform implementation where the user can possibly use it on their other devices like their iPad or their phone. And here are the link to our repos. And that's it. Thank you.